Well, welcome to Nick's Meats and Treats. Today we're going to do lava cakes. Lava cakes are probably the most requested dessert that we get when people come over to the house, and they always want to know how I do it. I act like it's hard, but it's not. It's just pretty easy. Several years ago, I wanted to do something nice for my wife on Valentine's Day. I think cards are stupid, and she doesn't like me to get her flowers because they die, so I decided to do something more special. And I looked up a recipe for lava cakes. I made them and nailed it, and they've been a big hit ever since. So I'm going to take you through it. First thing you're going to need is a food scale. The recipe I use calls for 2 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 2 ounces of bittersweet chocolate chips. I've never tried to do it any other way than by weight. So when they say 2 ounces, I do exactly 2 ounces on the food scale. And then I take my bittersweet and do 2 ounces there. So you'll have a total of 4. Here you go, 4 ounces. Okay. Next thing you need to do, take a stick of butter, and do this in a microwave safe bowl, by the way, because we're going to be putting this in the microwave. So I have 2 ounces of semi-sweet, 2 ounces of bittersweet, and a stick of butter. I'm going to cover it and put it in the microwave for 1 minute. Okay, so we had our chocolate chips and our butter in the microwave for 1 minute. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk this until it's a nice, smooth, velvety consistency. You want to make sure that the chocolate and the butter gets incorporated and it's nice and smooth. So I'll make sure I get all the lumps out from the chocolate chips and get that all nice and smooth and velvety in there. Okay. Next thing you need to do now is you're going to take 1.25 cups of powdered sugar, 1.25 cups of powdered sugar, and incorporate that in there. And you got to whisk that until it's fully incorporated. You don't want any lumps. So just take your time, get it nice and fully incorporated, and make sure you get all the lumps out from the powdered sugar. I start slow at the beginning and then speed up just to make sure I don't splash hot butter on me or hot chocolate. Get that all nice and incorporated. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take 2 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks. When I separate egg yolks, I usually crack the egg in half, and I will just pour the egg into my hand and keep my hand nice and loose, and the whites will run out all by themselves and you're just left with the yolk. Super easy way to separate it. And then now incorporate the eggs into the batter. And when you do your whisking on this, you want to whisk to where you get a smooth consistency every time you add an ingredient. Just trying to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. And then again, whisk until you have a nice, smooth consistency. Make sure when you make this that you don't mix the batter and then walk away from it or get distracted by your phone, because your chocolate will start to seize up on you. So you want to make sure when you make the batter that you're getting ready to make it right away. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. Okay, now I use these glass baking dishes. I got these from Safeway. The batter I just showed you how to make makes 4 cakes. And you can get these for like $2 a piece or $3 a piece at Safeway. I don't know if it matters if it's glass or if they're porcelain like these ramekins here. I've always used glass and it's always worked, so I stick with it. Make sure that you spray the insides of these real well with Pam so they don't stick. And then you want to take your batter and pour it into your cups as evenly as possible. If you get these size, it's about 3/4 of the way up on each one. Okay, this one looks like it got cheated a little bit, so I'll do that. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the fridge for a couple hours and let them chill before I cook them. And we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back. The cakes have been in the fridge for a few hours. I've got the oven preheated to 425. The recipe calls that you cook them for 13 minutes. I did that the first couple of times and it was a little too gooey. So I do 13 minutes and 30 seconds now, and it seems to be just about right. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in the oven and we'll be off. Okay, there's just a couple seconds left. I'm going to get ready to take them out of the oven here. Oh yeah, looking good. The next thing I do is I take them off the hot pan and just put them on a cooling rack, and I leave them there for 5 to 7 minutes or so, just to cool down before I try to mess with them, maybe even 10 minutes. Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, so now we're going to do the reveal. My wife just likes to eat them in the bowl, but they're actually intended to be taken out of the bowl. So what I'll do is I take a knife real carefully just around the edges, just to make sure that it's not sticking to the cup anywhere. Okay, about like that. And then I take a bowl on top of it, and I slide it to the edge and flip it over, and it falls out. There you go. Okay, take a little bit of that, a little bit of powdered sugar, make it look nice. And when you get ready to cut this thing open, you get that nice ooey gooey center coming out just like lava. The cake itself is like a brownie. Super, super delicious. Let me take a bite. Oh my goodness. Mark, watch me work, baby.